What's up, my fellow cryptopreneurs? I hope all is well in the land of crypto for you today. What you see before you is the monthly close. This appears to me, folks, right now, if it were to close, it appears kind of an indecision candle. The bottom wick, if you can see through my graphics here, my drawings, is 21,305. The top wick is 25,276. And it's got a little thin body. Now I'm zoomed in really far, so it doesn't look thin. Let's reset this chart. The name of the channel is Bitcoin Street. If you wouldn't mind booping the like button and subscribing to my channel, help my information get a little traction in YouTube algorithm, I'd really appreciate that. The time has come. I'm putting out some good stuff. Let's get it done. If that were to close looking like that, that's indecision candle. And let's go over here to my chart. Today I took this trade here, folks. This is the 5-minute chart real quick. I'm starting to color code this for you. Ascending parallel channel. I'm going to put in red. You can see the channel's highlighted with red. I played this here. I had a hard time getting my order in and caught most of it down. Real nice little gainer for start today. And I'm going to get that going for you, folks, but let's not talk too much about that. Let's go to the daily. The 3 vertical lines last Friday every month. The next one's March 31st. Expirations close. There's a gravitational effect. Down on our 5-minute chart, I just showed you how I played ascending parallel channel. That's what we've got here on the daily chart. It's a big one. It's been going for a long time. It's been in play all the way back to basically last summer. Dropped out of it twice. It's been diving below that channel. Let's zoom in. It's been diving below the channel and reclaiming it, pumping back through it, diving down through it, but it's just right on it. It can't make up its mind. I'm saying the same thing after looking at the monthly chart, just saying it even more and more. Indecision, folks. I don't know what's going to happen, and I just want to show you the levels I'm watching. Let's go to a chart that doesn't have so much clutter. Get a good look at this. What do you think? Okay, so if they make a big deal out of the monthly close, I don't know, particularly where it's at right now. I don't know if it matters where it closes, as long as it's anywhere where it's at right now at 23,286, 23,400, 23,200. I don't know if that's really going to tell what's going to happen. So I'm a big fan of these parallel channels. They really work well for me. You just saw me play one on a 5-minute chart. It's actually dumping harder. I'll go back to that in a second. I took profit already, and it continued to dump. So it's dumping into the close. We'll see what happens. So these blue vertical lines, definite gravitational pull. And I'm not sure, in my last video I talked about, is this the dump away from it, which would probably come down to here, or it started 3 days earlier. I've seen them start 2 days earlier, 3 days earlier here. So did it actually dump down to it? Is this a dump down to it? And it's going to be probably at least a 10% pump away from it. 10% pump is usually what qualifies. So if it were to pump from off the bottom of that channel, I would be looking at about probably come up and test the top again at like 25,300. It might dive a little bit before that. It could come back down and test like 22,800 and then take a big pump up to 25,300. If that's what's going to happen. If this is actually the dump, if it pumps from here, I'm looking at 25,300, and then whatever happens up here. We're probably looking at a sustained dump through March. If this is the dump, I'm looking at this next channel. So Bitcoin likes to put in these scissor-like channels here. That's a descending channel here off of this. You can see it coming down. Lots of people probably won't be showing you this. I've just learned to let these channels ride for long periods of time because they're definitely in play. So say it comes down the first week of May, would put Bitcoin at like 21,200. That's kind of too far. That's May 10th. Let's say it happened in the next 3 or 4 days. 21,500 would probably be a bounce. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay, I gave you the bullish pump there. Let's draw this a little better. If this is a sustained pump, I'm looking at 21,500 bounce area, where there would be probably a 10% pump at least. That would be my game plan. Pump or dump Those are basically the two things I have in mind. Now, with that being said, Bitcoin will probably be stubborn and just kind of crawl along. This white horizontal line is the bottom of the range it's in. It keeps dropping out of it and getting back into it. It's this big range up here, this white horizontal line. Bitcoin might just be stupid and just kind of just play with us right here for a while. I mean, maybe just go sideways for another week. But it's going to break eventually. It's going to break eventually. And on the macro sense, folks, this chart, I'll get into this in my next video. Let's just keep this story. I do believe we're here. So no matter if it pumps or dumps with this monthly candle close, that I don't know if it's even really that relevant given the circumstances. I expect March 31st. We're probably down here. This in my next video I'll get into this. This is probably played out through March right here. But I sure hope you liked it. It's a coin flip. And if you see it pumping, it's probably 25,300 is probably where the pump would stop and then start dumping. If it dumps here, it could go 21,500, 21,700 to like 21,300, that ballpark there. Now, it could just take a break there. These dumps can get bad, particularly if I'm right about this just being a lot of leverage, right? Just being a lot of leverage and a dead cat bounce. This could just take a break here, and then we could actually see it come back down into this channel. The bottom of this channel here in a week or so would be at about 19,400. But I'll let you get going. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and do all that stuff. As always, thanks for watching.